Hi, my name is Beth. Recently, my family and I spent some time visiting some of the top things to see in Osaka, Japan, and I thought that you might like to tag along. We traveled to Osaka by bullet train, or Shinkansen. And we caught our first glimpse of some of the more rural areas of Japan. After a 3-hour ride, we arrived. I did a study abroad in Osaka during college, so it was fun to be back. After snapping a few pics, collecting a souvenir stamp, and dropping off our luggage, we explored Daimaru Umeda, a 17-floor department store connected to the station where the 13th floor is a gamer's paradise. Nintendo Osaka is the company's second official shop in Japan, having opened in late 2022, but this location is twice the size of the one in Tokyo. Many of the top Nintendo characters are parading around the walls, and the store offers an abundance of items featuring them, some that are region-specific. Ooh, I really like those boots. Capcom Store Osaka, also this company's second location, beat Nintendo here by 2 years. Ryu from Street Fighter greets you at the entrance with his signature move, and they too offer limited edition merch only sold here. Completing the trifecta, Pokemon Center Osaka has its own character mural. And unique memorabilia. But even if you don't buy anything, you can still play Pokemon Go here, for a region-specific Pokemon. This is also the place we had one of our first encounters with Japan's gacha machines, where you're guaranteed a prize, just not always the exact one you want. Walking to our first top thing to see, the Umeda Sky Building, I saw a photo opportunity I couldn't resist. And we saw some interesting signs along the way. They have a bold way of addressing challenges here. With waterfalls and walking trails at its base, the Umeda Sky Building is made up of twin 40-story towers connected by bridges on the top 2 floors. It's known for its rooftop floating garden observatory. Getting there is a lot of fun. The Sky Building was completed in the spring of 1993, rising 568 feet above the ground. A glass elevator took us up to the 35th floor. The views were already spectacular, even though I had to look at the floor a few times to not get dizzy. From there, we got to ride the world's highest escalator up to the 39th floor. The design reminded us of a space station. After climbing a staircase to the 40th floor, we explored the 360-degree open-air rooftop. With amazing views of the Yodo River. Speaking of amazing, this building was featured on Season 12, Episode 10 of CBS's Amazing Race.
Teams must now travel by taxi across the city and find this building with a hole in it, where they'll search for their next clue.
On the 39th floor, we found a cafe with window seats. A shimmery scale model of the building, a schematic of the building's most unique features, and even some insights from its architect, Horiyoshi Hara. Next, Josh tried his chances with one of the many gacha machines to get a small souvenir model of the building. Winning was guaranteed, it was really just a matter of what color. And after only 5 tries, he walked away with the gold. There were many fun photo spots, some more off the wall than others. And then we made our descent. The high altitude apparently made us all a little giddy. I shouldn't have looked down. Heights are really not my favorite. If you're interested in some of the other famous towers in Japan, be sure to click the link in the description below for that video. For the next top thing to see on our list, we caught a train to Dotonbori, which is not too far from Universal Studios. The 20-minute ride took us to Sakuragawa Station. Named after Yasui Doton, a 17th century merchant who helped connect the local canals with the Kizugawa River, Dotonbori is Osaka's hub for exciting entertainment, local cuisine, and shopping. This is the place to see and be seen. From the Glico Man advertising candy above the Ebisubashi Bridge, to Kani Doraku's giant mechanical crab just down the street. Nearly everything here is vying for your attention. I mean, they've got Spider-Man endorsing Kobe beef restaurants. And even manhole covers are works of art in Japan. Plus, there are countless unique places to shop. From fashion boutiques on the main strip like Natural Couture, the Park Shop, and Zara, where my husband found a Speed Racer clothing collection, to the 16 floors of the Daimaru Shinsaibashi department store. I am a huge Snoopy fan, so I lost track of both time and money in here. My husband found a life-size Astro Boy from the very first popular anime, and our son and daughter bought so much Studio Ghibli stuff. Josh and I even squeezed in a quick nap and apparently had the same strange dream. Then it was on to the Lego store, which is fun in any country. This one snuck up on us, but don't worry, we didn't let him anywhere near that Lego tower. Check out some of the pinball machines at the top of many of the escalators. Incredibly hungry at this point, our son took us to Gyu-Kaku, which means Horn of the Bull, where we cooked Japanese grilled barbecue known as yakiniku over a flaming smokeless grill located in the middle of the table, while out the window, watching Dotonbori's elliptical Ferris wheel, themed after the popular Don Quixote discount store. The next day, we returned to the Daimaru Shinsaibashi department store for the next top thing to see: Pokemon Café. Right next to Pokemon Center DX. This cafe is slightly smaller than the original, and you'll need to secure dining reservations on their website around 6 p.m. Japan Standard Time, 31 days prior to your visit. They tend to sell out in a matter of minutes. To visit the gift shop, however, reservations are not required. Guests get to stay 90 minutes from their appointment time. And as you can see, the cafe is covered wall to wall with Pokemon, some of whom are sitting at their own tables. Everyone over elementary school age must purchase one item, so we were provided paper menus. But we actually ordered via an iPad, and each played a game to win a souvenir Pokemon coaster. We were also each given decorative placemats. And the meal itself was all about presentation. Our daughter went with the Eevee plate, and our son the Pikachu. She enjoyed stirring her latte. He enjoyed stabbing his omelet. My husband and I enjoyed splitting the very chocolate parfait. And this little one better eat fast because they do not offer to-go boxes. Then, the biggest Pikachu I have ever seen in person stopped by to entertain everyone. He made us all happy, and he definitely knew it. After 15 minutes or so, sadly, it was time to wave goodbye. And watch him squeeze back through the tiny hallways sideways. Overall, we enjoyed the experience more than the actual food, but it is a must-see for true Pokemon fans. We were still hungry, so we headed back down to the street and walked 4 blocks south to a familiar favorite. The food in Japan is amazing, but every once in a while on these trips, it's nice to have a taste of home. Next, we caught a train over to our last top sight to see. Any guesses? Often called the tourist heart of Osaka. Osaka Castle. Which is not just a castle. It's a fortress. And one of the most famous landmarks in all of Japan. Of the two ways to enter, we chose the Aoyaman Gate and crossed over the inner moat by way of the Gyu-Kaku Bridge. Osaka Castle is known for its well-built walls, comprised of somewhere between 500,000 to 1 million large stones. Originally constructed in the 1500s, it has been destroyed 4 times since then. This reproduction was built in 1931 and restored in 1997. You can wave goodbye to the gold, though it's no longer real. Nearby, in the former Osaka City Museum, there are gift and snack shops. A perfect place to pick up a child-sized ninja uniform. If you have time, you can explore all 8 stories inside the main building for a small fee. And complete your visit with a Gozabane boat ride around the inner moat. We had a tight schedule to keep, so we headed back to our hotel, APA's Eki Tower near Osaka Station. We booked adjoining rooms on the 32nd floor, 118 square feet each. One for my husband and son, and one for my daughter and myself. Our son, who is minoring in Japanese, ordered us Domino's pizza. Domino's is the most popular pizza delivery chain in Japan. Later, we headed to the roof to enjoy the open-air patio next to the Bikariman pool. The amazing city view from our window was the last thing we saw before falling asleep. The next morning, we boarded another Shinkansen to our next adventure. But that's another story. We hope you enjoyed traveling with us, that you'll take a minute to give this video a thumbs up, and that you'll go ahead and subscribe. You won't want to miss future videos where you can tag along. For those of you who have already been to Osaka, be sure to let us know your top things to see in the comment section below. And for those of you who haven't been yet, be sure to let us know what most interested you about today's video, and see the links to the attraction websites in the description below for more information. Until next time, this is Beth, encouraging you to have an adventure all your own.